Recently, I released a video here on the channel in which I highlighted that now, in my opinion, could be a great time to add awesome first appearances to your collection. And I say that because prices of comics are not as high now as they have been over the last several years. So if you've been priced out, if you've been unable to get the first appearance of a character that you love, now could be a good time to do it. So that was the sentiment of the previous video, but I want to build upon it just a little bit in this video. We have gone out of our way to overuse a term, in my opinion, where everything has significance. We call everything a key. Every comic is a key. So we use it so much that we now have upper tiers of keys. We have grails. We have big boy books, right? Because everything is a key. You can't go down, so now you need to go up. Not every comic is a key comic. In my opinion, comics are created for several purposes, and I'm only going to tick off a couple. Comics are written and drawn to entertain us. They are created to advance a story, to tell a story, for something to actually happen in them. So comics by their very nature have some type of significance to them because something's going to happen in that comic. And it might be the first time that something actually occurs, but that doesn't mean that that comic is automatically worth hundreds to thousands of dollars more. In my opinion, it does not automatically mean that, because comics are designed for something to occur. We have convinced ourselves that anytime something happens in a comic, that comic is suddenly a valuable book. No, it's just a comic. It's just a comic that is designed to entertain, to advance a story. It is just an awesome story, and that's okay. We have convinced ourselves that every single thing has value, and I just don't believe that. I don't believe that everything is worth our hard-earned money. And we've kind of gotten to this place because values have gone up and people have been priced out, and they've said, well, what about this? Well, what about that? Those things are great. Those things are great. Cameo appearances, the first time that Aquaman peed in the pool, that's cool, but that doesn't mean that that book is automatically worth a ton of money. Previews, not worth a ton of money. The first time that an ad for a character or a book is actually seen in another book, cool piece of history, but that doesn't mean that it's automatically worth a ton of money. I love Spider-Man. I have just about every Spider-Man book, Amazing Spider-Man, I have. I also have the books where the black suit actually appeared in a previews magazine type of thing, a fanzine and stuff like that. Those books are cool pieces of history, and I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm also not paying hundreds to thousands of dollars for those books. I'm certainly not just pursuing those books and not going after the book that I really want, which might be the first time that the black costume is actually seen in a comic book. The first appearance of Spider-Man. Those books, in my opinion, are worthy of the big dollars. The other books, not so much. They're just cool books, and it's okay for something to just be a cool comic. It doesn't automatically have to be a key. It also doesn't have to demand hundreds to thousands of dollars. 10, 20 bucks, have at it. If it's super expensive, maybe not, right? Unless I have all of the major keys in the first appearances, right? Not every comic is worthy of your hard-earned money. And instead of going after these other types of books, if you really want the first appearance, get it. Go after it. Have a plan. Develop a plan and get that book. Once you get the one you really want, then go after all of the other stuff that is out there. And again, this is not to say that story arcs are worthless or not worth it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying that if you've been priced out of a book that you really want, now could be a time to get it, because not every comic is a key comic, in my opinion. In this book right here, The Guide to Smart Comic Collecting, Doug and I outlined 12 different types of first appearances that a character could potentially have, right? We identified 12 of them, and I'm going to read them off here. first cameo appearance, first full appearance, first preview appearance, first cover appearance, first partial cover, first solo appearance, first title appearance, first ongoing title appearance, first magazine appearance, first air appearance, first US/other country appearance, and first new publisher appearance. We probably could have identified a lot more firsts and seconds and thirds and other things that we could identify. Not all of these appearances are created equal in my mind. Not all of them are worth your hard-earned dollars. Go after the book that you really want instead of settling for something else that might just scratch the itch, right? That is the point of these videos, to say, let's not continue to do what we've done over the last couple of years. Let's recognize that the market is in a different place. Let's recognize that maybe our collections are in a different place, and let's do something that reflects where we are now, not where we have been. That is the point. Fingers crossed that people understand where I'm coming from. And thankfully, with the previous video, the vast majority of you absolutely got where I was coming from. But again, I wanted to advance the ball just a little bit by hitting that not every comic is a key comic, thus worthy of you spending big dollars on it. Fingers crossed that people hear this video with the intent that I am trying to deliver. If you want to reach out to me, you can do it on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.
Turn me up in my headphones a little bit, like I want to feel it, I want to hear it. All right, that's it right there. I spoke. When the sun rise, till it's burned out. No place to recharge, so we gotta learn how. Conversations with OGs that got dreams that never worked out, so they become masters of dream analysis. They come in the form of barbers and schizos. Warhead with a big nose with his lip.